Okay, so this is from Janet. Janet, thank you for this. Another great one. Janet says, do you know why all these witnesses are not here to testify in person? And is it unusual to have so many previously recorded testimonies? Janet, I'm so glad you asked this because I've seen this question a lot on Twitter. I've seen many people, and I know I've answered at least one about this. And so they're not saying in open court why these witnesses are not here and present right now. We know that, or else our cameras would be broadcasting it. My best educated guess, and I'm going to bring in John Mobley on this as well to see if he has anything he'd like to add to it, is that likely they're unavailable. Likely when everyone was looking ahead to the trial, remember, witnesses, they're people have busy lives, there may be travel involved, somebody may be out of the country, may have work obligations, and so they get that testimony taken down in preparation for the litigation, and if they need to rely on it, it's sworn testimony under oath. Both attorneys are there on both sides, so there are objections made, and everyone has an opportunity to ask the questions. But I do find that it's really ineffective. Ideally, you want the witnesses in person. John Mobley, tell me, your thoughts on this. Do you think it's because of unavailability?
I think that the number of witnesses in this case, and based on their geographic locations, based on the time frame under which all these witnesses observed, the facts and circumstances, and to prepare them in advance and then get them all in the courtroom at the time and date that you want them there is a logistical nightmare. I mean, this is a 4-week trial. You've got, so many witnesses on each side. You don't know how long one witness is going to testify, what day you're going to need this other witness. So your testimony could take 2 or 3 days, and to call somebody and say, hey, I need you on the witness stand tomorrow, and a person has a job and they're out of state and they're working in a different geographic location, and to produce them at a specific date and time. And of course, you're never going to need them when you think you're going to need them. You think the testimony is going to end on Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and guess what? 5 o'clock, the testimony is still rolling, so you're telling them you got to come back tomorrow and sit around and wait. That's a logistical nightmare with this many witnesses in this case. So I think that's a big part of it. Making sure the testimony is available exactly when you want it, in the order in which you want it. I think trying to produce them all live, doing that with those parameters is just not realistic.
Right.
Also, in a lot of cases, you do it because you never know who's going to be unavailable when the case goes to trial. That is always a factor. And if you don't get that deposition and the case is called for trial and you want that witness and they're on vacation or they're out of the country, you're kind of going to be out of luck unless you can kind of produce that video deposition.